How's it going, guys? Welcome to another video. We have a very special reaction to Legend from
Hell yeah.
1985. Now, timestamps are in the description. If you want to go straight to the reaction, click it down below. But Choco has never seen this movie.
Not only have I never seen it, I don't really know anything about it. So I'm gonna be in for a treat. Um, I after seeing the thumbnail, I probably know why. Because there's a big demon guy.
Uh,
That's probably that's probably what tore my parents away from this direction. But yeah, I mean, I'm excited. Dark fantasy is always interesting, and yeah, I have a very slow coming writing project, and I like getting experience from other things that give you ideas and inspiration. So movies, they used to be. I feel like they were just more fun back in the day, and I think it was. I don't think it really has much to do with the films itself. I think the audience now is just a lot more critical with just random stuff. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, there's going to be puppets and stuff in this. That's not going to take away my enjoyment. You know what I mean? But I feel like a modern audience would never be able to get past that.
yeah, I talked about it in a lot of my commentary on my retro film rewinds that we've lost this magic. Like going back and watching Neverending Story and Dark Crystal and Labyrinth, where it's just the whimsy of going to this fictional world and just enjoying this original story and fantasy. And you're right, like people are so critical about it. Like I'm not even gonna go as far as to like blame like the current era of Marvel and comic book movies and superheroes because that's all fantasy too. It's all fiction. But like the way people respond to it nowadays, does it make sense in reality? It's like none of this is supposed to be set on a reality basis, you know?
I don't know. But I'm excited to kind of go back to, because these were simpler times. And also the movies, like the storytelling was so much more direct.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like these movies are an hour and change, and they just get right into the thick of it. And uh, I don't know. I don't even know why movies nowadays all have to be 2 3 hours long. It's kind of weird, but yeah, I don't know what to expect except big double guy. So we'll see.
I will admit, and I blame my brother mostly. I might have watched a lot of this way early in my childhood when I shouldn't have. Um, it's still not like it's still not like Game of Thrones, but it is. Some of it is dark for sure for like a child.
I mean, I was talking about inappropriate. I was allowed to watch Labyrinth. Okay, it's about David Bowie's junk as he like hunts down a 12-year-old girl. Like it's so weird. And I understand the whole concept is that whole thing was a fantasy, but in her head, it's still weird. You know what I mean?
Uh,
Like, there's more stranger danger in that than than
the
anything
ball,
else.
the masquerade scene. It's like what is this message?
Yeah.
But anyway, it was a large part of my childhood. I've always loved puppetry. I've always loved fictional characters, creatures, the creature features that I mentioned. And I haven't revisited this film since. So Choco's watching it for the first time. I'm rewatching it for the first time since I was like 8. And so that's a long
Mm.
time. Let's get into this. Once long ago.
Long ago.
Go for it. Go for it.
Before there was such a thing as time, the world was shrouded in darkness. Then came the splendor of light, bringing life and love into the universe, and the Lord of Darkness retreated deep into the shadows of the earth, plotting his return to power by banishing light forever. But precious light is protected, harbored in the souls of unicorns, the most mystical of all creatures. Unicorns are safe from the Lord of Darkness. They can only be found by the purest of mortals. Such a mortal is Jack, who lives in solitude with the animals of the forest. A beautiful girl named Lily loves Jack with all her heart. In their innocence, they believe only goodness exists in the world. Together, they will learn there can be no good without evil, no love without hate, no heaven without hell, no light without darkness. The harmony of the universe depends upon an eternal balance. Out of the struggle to maintain this balance comes the birth of legends.
Nice.
I didn't want to just read words, I wanted to tell a story.
I totally forgot this was Ridley Scott. Jeez.
Is that not?
It could be. I mean, these visuals still hold up. This is 1985. Bro, I did not remember this.
Is that a chair or are those weird Sasuke wings? Look at him.
Oh man, that's true.
This presence returns to torment me.
Bro, that's Tim Curry.
Enter.
He's going hard. Oh.
Yeah.
Ah, Blix, come closer. You must find them for me and destroy them.
Dude, the prosthetics is crazy.
What do they look like, Lord?
Let this serve to remind you. The creature is crowned with a single spiral, reaching like an antenna straight to heaven.
I get the point, Lord.
Bring the innocence.
And no sense.
Did you believe that was Tim Curry?
I mean, the voice, but yeah, he goes hard.
The same guy that was the butler in Clue. Man, I had a massive crush on her.
Banshee, my girl. These woods be thick with them. Stay clear of toadstool rings and willow trees. And
Toadstool rings.
Slugs and snails and puppy dog tails.
We used to romanticize these worlds too, and then when like watching these movies again, it's like they had some pretty terrifying fauna.
Like, it's just Ewoks on meth.
You scared the life out of me.
God, he's so young.
Yeah. He's not one of the roles you would imagine him in, you know?
You're so clever.
So clever. What year is this?
1985.
So that's like why she likes the woods.
Nothing can keep me from the woods.
Good. Very good. Just right.
I like how the bird didn't fly away, you just kind of like plopped it.
I almost feel like their casting for Tom Cruise here was like their response to Atreyu.
I can see that.
And I was also thinking, if they had ever remade Neverending Story, Benedict Wong needs to be Falcor.
Ugly one-horned mule.
Man, this song.
Nothing is more magical.
Are there any contemporary stories now about unicorns? Or is that has been like a largely lost myth?
You know, I actually have a friend who is going to be coming out with a book that she just wrote. That's like a romance thing that's about unicorns. She found some old stuff that she was writing when she was younger, and decided to finish it. So yeah, maybe I'll have her on when she finishes it, and she can talk about it.
Nice.
And spoil the trap.
Oh, this is what he meant by the only lure is pure innocence. See, I'm understanding it now as an adult.
This shot be just as sweet as pie.
I wonder, Tom Cruise as Jack reminds me like he's playing like a wood elf from Elder Scrolls.
Sorry, I'm just remembering what those look like. Her faces were kind of jacked. No pun intended.
I think it was intended to.
Jack.
White women.
I mean, you don't want to throw the ring away.
And said you have to get it to marry. Like,
damn, how did I watch this as a kid?
God, he's so extra. Look at him.
Like jam.
That's crazy.
Better hurry. Dark Lord, he don't like
All right,
to wait.
calm down, Frieza.
You're right, he sounds like Frieza.
The smile of that one in the snow.
God, Gum. Touched him.
Touched it! A mortal laid hands on a unicorn! Yeah!
Do you think you can upset the order of the universe and not pay the price?
We meant no wrong. Did it
I love
for Lily.
Gump.
Did it for love.
Love, you say? Well, love is another matter. Brown Tom! A toast to love. Now, Gump, don't you be forgetting me. Oh, careful now. Oh, it's so precious. Here's to Jack, loving fool and fairy friend.
And to Lily.
I like how his vocal affect is just Jamaican. the guy in the back.
This'll help.
Is the unicorn dead or is it frozen?
It might be frozen. Because Blix did say, like, oh, the land is frozen. It worked.
With the low lighting.
That's cool.
What is that? An Andalusian horse?
Reminds me of The horse from Where Winds Meet. Who's like all muscular and stuff.
No.
Me become I know nothing of weapons.
You learn. I know where to find the best. Brown Tom, stay here with the unicorn and guard her well.
Like me own life.
Better. She's the last of her kind.
You mean that Jack's gonna be a Mary Sue?
Jack, I can't go with you now.
I don't know the sequence of events or how long it takes, but he's gonna go from not knowing anything about weapons to being able to be the hero. So just keep that in mind as we think about stories these days that seem far-fetched.
Yep.
I could be anything you want me to be. Even your heart's desire.
Dang.
You've got to help us, Jack.
Is she trying to seduce him?
No! Have you no sense of humor? Adios!
Oh my god, he just... Come with me.
Wow. Forgive her.
Only the power of creation.
Ooh.
I command you.
It sounds kind of woke to
I
me.
know, right? It's the female. She has no power. Only the power of creation.
A little sassafras? A little spearmint would be nice, huh? A little foxglove? To the chop will oblige you. Try yourself a size. You can't beat me. Look at that.
Bro.
Keep them coming.
A
Check this out. Yes, sir. You see? You just can't beat me. You can't. You go to this, Doc. They done for me.
I mean, a dwarf blocking arrows with a cast iron pan is legendary.
For a while, it was giving Delicious in Dungeon. Dungeon Meshy.
Brown Tom.
Oh, fierce creatures they were. The good lass warned me, but really?
The wicked came here.
That's more impressive to have lens flare like just at night. You know?
Also, I miss filming at night. Everything nowadays, you know, for the sake of like modern day lookup tables or LUTs, is like filters, you know?
Yeah.
Ugly. I hate it.
I'm gonna quote that forever now. Ugly. I hate it. There's a lot of stuff that's unseen, right? There's a lot of stuff that you're not aware that you're looking at, but you know it when you see it.
Yeah.
That makes a big difference between something that is like shot in darkness versus something that is shot in full light and then put on a darkness filter.
Yeah. Like, I was watching Outer Banks, and like 100% of their like nighttime scenes are like full overcast. I'm like, I can see the sun on their faces. It's just because the image is blue filter doesn't mean it's night. Like, come on. This is so awesome. It looks like a different world.
I made it! I made it!
Oh my gosh, is that a hag?
Who needs this
Yeah.
morsel? Disturbing red to buckle bones rest.
Jack. They call me Jack, ma'am.
What a fine, fat boy you are, Jack.
You don't really mean to eat me, do you, ma'am?
Oh, yeah.
I never realized as a kid that these guys were chopping up like bodies. That's so dark.
I'll do what you ask. If you'll kiss me,
Jeez. They're like, do it.
Easy enough.
call that a kiss? Am I not sweet?
Sweeter than bee pollen on a summer wind.
Sweet is the wind that blows me to you.
It's fairy magic.
Lily?
It's a tricksy fairy.
Terrible sight for a sober man.
You know, more and more this is resembling what at least I'm looking at in the theater of the mind is this is a D&D one shot so
I
much.
think I'll stay right here. Thank you very much. Not so fast.
Terrible sight for a sober man is a bar.
Yes. Terrible sight for a sober man.
Gump and me, Brown Thomas Screwball.
Right. Take care.
It's. By the way, it's funny how they just screwed him over there because he's like, "I'll go with Jack," and they're like, "No, we'll split up." And then you're like, "That's what that is." What are you talking about?
Did you see something? No, did you? I don't know. I think.
I love the sparkly aesthetic of this film. Damn, he was ready to throw hands.
Literally.
The unicorn, you idiot.
Man, I forgot, but it surprised me that the two would-be incompetent ones were the first ones to find.
Ew. Thanks, I hate it.
What was the quote earlier?
I already forgot. I was trying to think. It was ugly and then something.
Oh, I think it was ugly. I hate it.
Jesus Christ, that's the scariest thing I've seen so far.
Make her one of
Yeah, it's kind of freaky. This is like the Dance Macabre, almost like.
Germinates within you.
No. You lie.
Dude,
You disgust me.
the
You're
the
nothing
makeup
but
of
an
it
animal.
is crazy. It's going so hard.
good.
We are all animals, my lady.
They put some makeup today to shame.
Also, I know plenty of girls in our friend group that would play. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I require the solace of the shadows and the dark of the night.
In terms of film history monologues, like that one line, "I require the solace of shadows," that goes hard.
Any more noise, and you're shish kebab. You do what we say, understand?
He's making a lot of noise himself.
I swear on
blistering forelock of Nicodemus. Please, help! Help me!
Bro, this is so fun.
Hurry, hurry, kitten, come on, come on.
Are they making a series to pour the sunlight in there?
That's what it looks
Shoot 'em?
like. I honestly didn't get this as a kid. I was like, whatever. But like, you know, playing Destiny and solving puzzles with reflective light, we know exactly what their plan is. Oh shoot, I just realized that guy is Pyramid Head for Pyramid Head. I see him grab his bow. It's like, bro, use that next time.
I mean, it's the Ninja Turtles problem, you know?
Yeah.
When it's a kid's thing, you can't have them, like, murdering people.
Now what, Jack?
As you wish. It is enough that we are alone together. Just
I think Tim Curry would have made a great Thanos.
Yeah.
some simple conversation.
I have nothing to talk about.
What do you think that apple tastes like?
Elderberry?
My vote was on ham.
I do nothing for your pleasure.
Dude.
And we have not much time.
Oh, that's cool. Is that like a...
Was corrupted.
Is that like a little globe thing that tells him
Great wailing
the sun's
heard.
position?
All the brethren fled in terror.
Go! She's one of them.
I am sister to the fates.
Kill her! Forget her. Think about the unicorn. Do it!
Lily.
I'll do it.
No! No. I trust you, Lily. I'll always trust you.
Dang.
A little boy.
Damn. I mean, he's the Lord of Darkness. Shouldn't he have killed him already?
Always spinning backwards. I love it.
What would this be like in Dark Souls? You're just out exploring and then you walk through the portal to find the boss.
You know me, boy.
This guy just standing in the door.
You think you have won?
She's under a spell. Only you can answer this riddle.
Only the kiss of true
We
love.
have a
True
promise
love's
that must be
kiss.
kept. Now fulfill your promise.
Once or twice when I knew they had a reason. Enchantment plays its cards all right, hand in hand with the workings of the seasons. Legends can be now and forever, teaching us to love for goodness sake.
And then he was isekai'd back into the real world and became Maverick.
I'm not gonna lie, that scares me to see horses playing like that with horns.
Is
Like,
that
they
not
would
something
really-
they do?
No, it's something they would do, but they would kill each other with the horns.
Teaching us to love for goodness sake. Hear the music of the love eternal. Teaching us to reach for goodness sake. Legends can be now and forever. Teaching us to love for goodness sake.
Damn. Okay. Brought back so many memories. Revisiting it as an adult, I understood so much more. I feel like when I was a kid, I was just like a flash of moving images, and I was like goblins and Devilman, and like I didn't understand. I suppose the premise of the story, and I do now. And as I bring Choco into this with his thoughts on the movie, having watched it for the first time, they told a lot in an hour 20 minutes.
Which is exactly what Star Wars has always done, right? It tells you the story, and then all the other points and plots are told, are backfilled, right? How was Luke able to fly this? Oh, because it's the same controls. All that stuff is just backfilled information, and I feel like we just kind of forget that. But I will say, if I had seen this movie growing up, Ferris Bueller would have hit a lot harder. So for a lot of kids, there was Jasmine with Aladdin, and then later she ends up in the red evil dress.
Yeah.
I feel like this is probably the same thing, just earlier on. You know what I mean?
Gotcha. That's how it hits harder. Is that what you were? What you were thinking?
Something like that.
What I love about this, this story, was it was so self-contained, and it was one of those like campfire tales that you would tell that was easily digestible and contained all of the tropes of high fantasy. You had your fairy, you had your dwarves, you had your elf, you had your unassuming, innocent champion, and you had this premise, right? The Lord of Darkness wants to rule over the land, and in order to do so is to eliminate the source of light, which is the unicorns. And on paper it seems like that would take maybe like a 2.5 hour runtime, but the whimsy of this movie is that, we pointed it out earlier, that Jack, through all of the obstacles, it didn't really matter. how, you know, skilled or seasoned he is. You know, he says in the movie, weapons, I don't know of such weapons. And then they show him like a treasure trove of like ancient artifact relics, and like he barely uses anything, like at least to like a significant degree where it's a key talking point in the movie. It's just there to be like, this is your fantasy, right? Like you want to find that cache of gold weapons and then like go into your adventure. Like I feel like the main takeaway from this was all the whimsy and just the thought of the fantastical adventure that you would go on, you would tell around the campfire, or like I pointed to or alluded to while we were watching, a D&D campaign. You know what I mean?
Yeah, one of the interesting things that was part of movies back then is there wasn't really a separation as much when it comes to this is for kids and this is not, you know, unless it was animated. Like this had a lot of darker elements, you know, and you know, you had these two characters making out and stuff.
Yeah.
You had people chopping, you know, supposedly just chopping up bodies. You know, the rating of like PG-13 didn't exist back then. It just everything in the 80s. It just was. It was just a thing, you know.
Yeah. When did the rating system come out?
I don't know when it came out, but like specifically PG-13 wasn't a thing even when it came out.
Yeah, I imagine it was enough to be like just you know,
there was
your
rated
parents.
R, and then yeah.
It's interesting.
But they just kind of trusted their audience and told the story that they wanted to tell, you know. And I don't know, that's the other thing it feels like we're missing. I feel like we're and maybe studios are the business of filmmaking has gotten so big that the companies are unable to take risks and just make something, you know.
Yeah, we have a lot of our tent poles nowadays, you know, Lord of the Rings, Harry Potter, Game of Thrones, Hunger Games, with the Sunrise on the Reaping coming soon. But you're right, that comes with risk assessment, and the assessment is these are established books, right? And so we have less movies now that are once upon a time, this is the story, like the opening crawl on this or the opening crawl on Star Wars. Like the movie starts and like it sets you up with a whole new story, whereas today we have stories that are based on books to reduce that risk.
Yeah, I mean that's one way to reduce the risk. The other is like, you know, this movie comes out and the thought is, okay, well, how are we going to sell merchandise around this? Yeah. You know, but this doesn't feel like it was thought of as a merchandising opportunity. You know what I mean? Like they just made a movie.
I don't think I've ever
make a movie.
I don't think I've ever seen figurines of the Lord of Darkness.
I mean, I'd buy one for sure.
Bro, the makeup, phenomenal.
The voice.
Job. Yes. Like, I can look at this now as an adult and be like, damn, that's Tim Curry. But back then I didn't know who that was. You know what I mean? I barely knew who Tom Cruise was, or any of these people for that matter. But like looking back, like,
I mean, they weren't anyone. You know what I mean? Tom Cruise was what, 20 then?
I think he had already done The Firm, right? When was The Firm? Oh, it was 1993. Damn, so he was nobody. Jeez.
No.
But what did you think of the story overall?
It was fun. You know what I mean? It was just the classic story of darkness and light, and they really hammered, you know, how there is, you know, there will always be darkness, you know, but you always have to fight for the light, and um, his faith in her. You know, I mean, obviously there was gaps because they just wanted to tell the story, you know, and it was a lot simpler back then. But
This story of balance resonates with us as Star Wars lore keepers. And recognizing that some people might misinterpret this movie as being an equal light, equal dark kind of thing. Because the Lord of Darkness says in the end of the movie, he's like, what is light without dark? But essentially, the crux of this movie is them destroying the Lord of Darkness. And what that represents to me is that, you know, the world returns to normal where light is balance, right? The unicorns are safe and light is allowed to reign, and that's balance. Of course, there's still death and there's still like a natural order of darkness. But what the Lord of Darkness represented was a perversion, the Sith, that tries to exert more control over the darkness than what is naturally in balance. And so, like, some people would see that and be like, yeah, well, what is light without darkness? They can't kill the Lord of Darkness. Like, no, that's not what this is. And so it always resonates with me when we look back at George saying balance is the light.
Yeah, I mean, and that was my thoughts. I mean, again, when you say that there is no light without darkness, it is true, right? The darkness is a part of things. You just can't rule with darkness. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
The light is the balance. And even, George back in the day would say, the Jedi are the most moral people in the galaxy, but they still fall because they have a little bit of the bad side of the Force in them. If they fall to the dark, then they fail. Yeah, it's all the same story. I feel like people just want to excuse like imperialistic tendencies within themselves by being like, nah, in order to be a hero, you have to have like a little bit of a dictator in you. And you're like, no, that's not true at all.
They say Blix steal the horn, and they're like, man, that's just the free markets. Nah, but also revisiting this as an adult, I realized just how seductive it is. With Una trying to seduce Jack, with Lord of Darkness trying to seduce Lily, and that's stuff that I never like locked in on, as a kid. Obviously, I always thought it was this kind of like Dracula thing, like Bride of Frankenstein. I need a bride, but like, nah, man, there was some primal desire there for sure.
Yeah, I mean, that was close to getting to a Diddy party. You know what I mean? Trying to have her drink some Jesus juice,
And then she's like, "I'll stay here with you on one condition: I kill the unicorn." And as a kid, you're like, oh, he's gearing up for a big laugh. But as an adult, he's like, oh.
Okay, but I mean, tell me you did not just like constantly see Rise of Skywalker in here.
Oh yeah, for sure. I saw a lot of things, but it was a very tropey journey, a very tropey story.
True. It's just at the end. I mean, that the whole place that they're in felt like Exegol for one
That's true.
thing. And then when she, was in the black dress, I was thinking like that outfit would go hard as a Daisy Ridley Empress.
Don't put that image in my mind, man.
That's what I didn't want to say earlier. So like that'd be a weird thing to say, but like
that's Empress.
Daisy Ridley as with that as Empress it would just go hard. And the whole, when she goes to kill the unicorn, and then the way she raises the sword above her to strike down, I was like, oh, he's gonna have the sword.
Man, that's so true. Man, that was great.
All I'm saying is I feel like JJ watched that movie growing up. That's all.
I'm sure he did. Also, like, that being directed by Ridley Scott, again, it's like we think that these directors that we know now today of prestige wouldn't have like these types of films under their belt, but they do. And we just don't know it, when we grow up in the 80s and 90s and we know nothing about filmmaking, at least growing up. And then now, as we are as adults, we know about filmmaking and directors and producers and stuff. And I'm like, man, freaking lens flare before J.J. Abrams made it his personality.
Well, there's also kind of this thing where, like, we see actors or directors, do a film, and they get really big because of it, and then our mind reverse engineers it, and we feel like they've just always been big. They've just always been that thing, and it's not true. Sometimes what we're watching is their first stuff. They were a nobody back then. Now, I don't know if that's true of Ridley Scott, but we were looking at a young Tom Cruise, but like he was in his 20s then, you know what I mean? Like he didn't have the breadth of stuff that we've seen and know him from today. It becomes very obvious now,
Yeah.
I don't know. I just think that's really cool. I want to appreciate people's journeys more, I guess is what I'm saying. Because we see and we just kind of assume, oh, they've just always been great. But it's like, no. And it makes me feel like all of us can actually achieve those levels of greatness. It's just that consistency and putting in that work,
Yeah. Man, this was a lot of fun. Let us know what you guys think in the comments. If you enjoyed this reaction, and if there's any other retro films that you'd like to see a reaction to, we'll see. There's a lot of films that I'd like to go back to. I did mention this during the reaction. Goonies is one of them. I haven't seen that in like 15, 20 years. I really would like to go back to that one. But leave those suggestions in the comment section. We'll try to find one that maybe there's a film back in the day of like dark fantasy or whatever that both Choco and I haven't seen both. So let us know in the comments.
Ugly. I hate it.
Like this video, subscribe for more reactions and content, and we'll see you next time.
Peace.
You